Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're at the start of a new Jersey Quest franchise mode here in NHL 23 with the New York Islanders. So I guess this is the very quick introductory video to this franchise mode. We'll kind of just quickly hit on who the player focuses, and kind of expectations for the season and whatnot. So I guess kind of in terms of player focus, we can't go to that screen. I'll have to go to the contract screen because I don't play any games yet, obviously. And the player focus is Ilya Sorokin here. So this was 22-23. He was a second team All-Star at the end of the season. I think he kind of was like in the conversation. Like if you pull up his hockey reference page, see how many votes he got for if he got any votes for the Vezina that year or not. Sorokin, where's hockey reference? Here it is. So he usually has like, if like he got any votes for like awards or whatever. Am I missing something? Oh, here we go. 22-23. Yeah, he finished second in the Vezina voting that year. So yeah, 22-23 annual awards voting. Where's the Vezina? Yeah, he finished second with behind Allmark that year. Says yeah, so that was the year. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he finished second in the Vezina voting that year, and he was a second team All-Star at the end of the season and all that jazz. So that's kind of what we're going with the 22-23 season here for Sorokin and whatnot. And this kind of, I guess it's also kind of disconvenient in the sense that this was a season where there's like a one-year jersey in the Reverse Retro 2.0. And then also the Islanders wore the 50th anniversary patches, so kind of there's three different jerseys that kind of are unique to this season. And in terms of which one we're going to go with, we were going with the home jersey with the 50th anniversary patch because, well, I was kind of basically just like, I was kind of initially kind of leaning towards the Reverse Retro because it's like, you know, like very, very unique to that season since it's like a unique jersey, not just like a jersey with a patch on it. But then I was kind of like, let me look up like, kind of refresh my memory of that season. Kind of look up like, I was basically let me look up top saves from the season, see if like Sorokin was in there in any of them, and like what jersey he was wearing in said save. And then so then like basically like I kind of like there's like the NHL YouTube channel put like I think top 15 saves or whatever from the 22-23 season, and then his one from the against the Maple Leafs at home on like I think it was March 21st, kind of when we were kind of in that still hunting for playoff spot, trying to scrape our way into the playoffs, like as we did that year. Like nice, like kind of stick save against things like Eric Gustafsson and the Leafs. So it was against kind of John Tavares, which makes it kind of even sweeter, I guess. So yeah, so that was kind of the rationale there in terms of player. Was he second team All-Star, second in the Vezina voting, the jersey because of that kind of moment against the Leafs, that big save, which like the NHL recognized in like top 15 saves in the season. So that's kind of the reasoning and logic behind having Sorokin be the player and what jersey it is. So in terms of that, yeah, see, that's kind of it in terms of kind of how this might go. This is obviously a I'm like using whatever the most thing or like the latest roster update was from that season. Like I think it was like I don't know, whatever, May something, I forget. But like whatever it was the latest one. But it's obviously before he signed his like current contract, his like $8 million or so a year deal. So basically it looks like 2 years here pretty much. Initially to try and win the cup, and then hope he wants to re-sign, which I would hope he does, considering Varlamov, I'm sorry pal, but you're going to be gone after the season. So you're probably going to want like a ton of cash, you're not going to want to stay. So hopefully kind of playing him like in like a not as good backup, he gets most of the starts the second season, don't want to stay, or we just win the cup one of these 2 years, though I highly doubt it considering how the Islanders, WHC scraped into the playoffs both these years and then got like clapped by the Hurricanes in round 1. So I highly doubt it, but kind of based on, as I just said there, kind of expectations for this season here are probably kind of similar basically to what the Islanders did IRL, which is basically scrape into the playoffs. Because that's the season as like has a quick refresher is like the one where I kind of try and match our results like much as possible, where we finish with basically one game above an NHL 500 with a 42-31-9 record. under Lane Lambert, which is this is his first season as coach after he fired Trotz for whatever. After we missed the playoffs in the first year at UBS. So yeah, so we're basically 42-31-9 records, barely above 500. That was good for 93 points, which IRL probably good enough to make the playoffs, but in game we'll see, I guess. But so we should be kind of like bubble playoff scene essentially this first season, kind of expecting that for the second season as well, because the Islanders under Lou Lamoriello post-COVID have been the definition of mid, very extremely mid. We're like mediocre. And this is like time of recording this. This is probably gonna see how advanced it is. But this, like, this is like kind of. I'll get into that, but whatever. Yeah, the Islanders are mid, unfortunately. So I'm kind of expecting us to be mediocre, like in this franchise mode until a couple seasons in, when I can like really remake the roster and get rid of some of the scrub-a-dubs that Lou Lamoriello loves so much and sign to contracts. I think this is also pre their contracts. Let's actually look at that here. Right, there should be no. Let's go forwards here. Zach Parise still hanging around. Oliver Wahlstrom. Alright, so yeah, this is thankfully pre Lou Lamoriello giving Pierre Engvall and Scott Mayfield like 7-year deals. Like, who does that, man? Who does that? Like, who in their right mind is like a middle six, bottom 6 forward and a third pair defense with 7-year contracts, bro? I just can't. I still can't fathom how like that happened. But thankfully, like, this is pre Lamoriello making that like terrible mistake and doing that. So Pierre Engvall and Scott Mayfield likely will be saying bye bye at the end of the season, as they should have after 22-23 season. But yeah, so we're kind of locked into here. Projected spin, yeah. So yeah, the problem is the Islanders rosters are kind of locked in, very like limited space. So there's going to be probably a lot of me potentially wheeling and dealing and stuff as well. Try to get rid of some of these players. But yes, this first season should basically be like us barely making it to the playoffs or missing the playoffs, just based on how like the other teams do in game. And kind of we'll see how it goes in the playoffs from there. But yeah, so I think that's kind of it. We kind of covered kind of quick 10 second recap at the end here. Islanders Jersey West franchise was Angel 23. Player focus, Ilya Sorokin. He was second team All-Star, second in the Vezina voting. And the jersey is the home jersey with the 50th anniversary patch, which thankfully I already have. The patch, I already have the jersey, unfortunately. But I do have the patch from, I think I got it like one of the games I went to that season at UBS. I picked up like both the home and away version of the patch, so which I guess kind of hindsight, like that's the easier thing to track down, because they're like still available on like National Emblem and stuff. But that's either neither there. So yeah, so player focus, Ilya Sorokin jersey focus, the home jersey, the 50th anniversary patch. And that's it. For this intro video, so the next video will be the 22-23 season recap, where, as I predicted, as I kind of expect, we're kind of going to be middling, barely make the playoffs or miss, and we'll kind of see how it goes and what happened from there. But thank you for watching this kind of introduction with a bit of rambling about me not liking Lou Lamoriello mixed in, and hopefully you check out the next episode as well. Thank you.